What's going on, everybody? So I hope you enjoyed that quick little montage of our photo collages and graphic design pieces. So recently I've been super inspired by a lot of magazine type editorial work and just a lot of graphic designers and photographers that are using like collages and things like that in their work on Instagram or just in newspapers, whatever really. So I've been just kind of intrigued by that and wanting to figure out how I can bridge the gap and do that with my work as well. So I've just been playing around with printing out photos, looking through magazines, ripping stuff out that I think is cool, stuff like that, just to try and create new life for my work that I've already created. And yeah, it's really been helping me out, just see differently, think differently, and communicate differently as well. I think that's one of the biggest things with art and design or whatever really, that any type of creativity, like the whole thing is about communication. And so yeah, the graphic design has really helped me communicate what I'm trying to communicate through my work. And today I'm just going to be going through a quick little process on how I actually create these photo collages and these handmade designs. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Alright, so usually when I start doing these, I print them out. I edit the photos first, and then after that what I'll do is I'll print them out, just usually 2 on a page. If I don't need them to be as big, usually I'll do 4 or 8 or even more, but after I get them printed out into 2 per page, I will usually cut them straight in half, get them separated just so I can have them individual, and then I can play around with them. For this batch, I printed pretty much every photo with 1 black and white version and 1 color version, just so I had some ability to mix and match, kind of like with this one right here, just so that I can have the exact same photo in a little different variation. And I also printed photos that were pretty similar to each other. As you can tell, like these 2 right here, I'm pretty sure they're different. They look very, very similar, but it's just a little bit of a different pose, just in case I want to collage those 2 together as well. So to get started, let's just go ahead and cut these out. And what I usually like to do after this is just take a look at the 2. Now that you don't have the border in it, really just start to just look at it and think. I think that's a big step people forget to do. They just jump into it. But so after I have the prints that I want to use, sometimes I'll make collages like this that are freehand or without a base, but I also like doing it just on a paper base, just so that I have a one kind of stable background for it, because a lot of times these ones will end up getting just ripped up or misplaced or whatever, or separated even, just because they're not pieced together properly. And it all just depends on how kind of what you want to do. Obviously for something like this, I just ripped the top page and then taped it on. Usually for all my tape, I use just some simple white gaffing tape, or even just blue Scotch tape, masking tape. And then for things like this, piece right here, I'll usually just use some postage tape, because it's clear, it's easy. I actually like the texture of the shininess when I scan it in. I think it adds a cool effect to it. You can tell the difference between the flatness of the paper and then the shininess of the tape. So I do like that as an effect, and it just does well for holding everything together. As you can see, this is all individual cut up pieces, but it still stays together with the tape, which I really like. So maybe we'll use that for this. So let's just go ahead and rip this. I'll rip both of them at the same time, just to see what we can get out of it. See, I like the way, even for this, like I was talking about before, the difference in the poses. Here her eyes aren't looking at you, here they are. So maybe I'll add this as a background element of it. This could actually look kind of cool. That way you get kind of that, oh, she's looking at you, she's not. Yeah, I like the look of this. Actually, let's use, I like just adding tons of different stuff, so let's just start drawing on this one, see what we can get out of it. Oops. Alright, so that looks good. I like that as is, but I think it could have some more. So let's add this to it. Or was it? I think it was this actually. Although you can't see your hand in this one, so let's use this. Kind of like that a little more. The hair right there. That looks perfect. Now I'm kind of debating on if I want to use the clear tape or let's use a little bit of both actually, semi-graphing tape. And I kind of want to do maybe one stroke of this USPS like postage tape just for the texture of it. Even got the edge of the tape rolling, I like that a lot too. That didn't stick down. Damn. I think this is pretty cool though, honestly. I like the mix of the tape, the crayon, the prints, all of it kind of pieced together to really make one good, for me, I think it's good for communication. I think this says a lot more than, say, just this one plain image, right? Even this image as a printed physical copy, me holding it, showing it to you, I think it might seem a little better than it is. Really, this is just a standard photo. My big reason for doing this, I want to just bring all the pieces together, bring all the ideas together and get it on paper, no pun intended, but I really enjoyed showing you how I create these cool scanned or cool handmade photo collages. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out the model that I used in this photo collage. Her name's Ren Taylor. I'll link her below in the description. She has awesome work. Make sure you go check her out. And yeah, other than that, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.